Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment.
Hello guys, welcome once again to this channel. So today we're going to be talking about Married to Medicine season 10 episode 1. Before we go ahead, if you're not subscribed to our channel, make sure you click on the subscribe button down below to subscribe, like and comment on our videos, guys. The more you like our videos, the more YouTube recommends the video for other people to see what we have to talk about on this channel. So now, Married to Medicine episode 1 season 10. I felt like this episode, there wasn't really anything much. It's just like maybe it's just me, but I just felt like just mostly intro.
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah, it kind of went back to where they kind of left it off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I was like,
because
when I was watching, I was like, there's nothing really much on this episode. It's just intros. I just letting us probably just keeping us, engaged so that we know that okay, this is what's gonna happen on this season of Married to Medicine.
yeah,
That's
I
just.
I enjoyed the show. I I thought it was
No, I didn't. No, at least it's a very big breath of fresh air, considering the how would I put it? Would I say insult? Would I say embarrassment of Real Housewives of Atlanta? So it's it's just a breath of fresh air.
yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about the episodes, right? Let's go and
Okay.
talk about. Firstly, we got to see Phaedra. Like this lady, I'm so happy we get to see her back on the show. I'm literally very happy that we got to see her back on the show because on a Bravo show because she has a very interesting personality. But what did you think about her being on this season? Like on this okay on this episode 1 of My Intimate.
Um, you know, on Atlanta Housewives when she was on there, she was, Phaedra always did her own thing. She basically, she's a lawyer, a
Yeah.
mortician, so she wears many hats, you know. Um, I liked her when she was first was on Atlanta Housewives, and then I don't know, things kind of changed where Phaedra's kind of getting a little messy, you
Mhm.
know. But I'm just hoping on this show she doesn't give off that,
She's not
you
messy.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope that she's not gonna be messy. But I'm glad she's back. And I was happy to see her kids, how big they got. So it was good to see her back. I just hope that she doesn't bring that same energy to this show because this is like a new show for her.
But what is this stuff about her? Like she's hiding her relationship, or not like hiding, but she's literally hiding the man like a treasure. I don't
Uh,
understand why they are blocking his face. Like you I believe it's called Married to Medicine, right? And if you're married to medicine, every other person that is either married to medicine or into medicine that is on this show literally shows their spouse. And you're saying you're dating someone in medicine and you're blocking the face of the guy. I don't get.
yeah, I didn't get that either. Already she's kind of starting off on a sour note, simply because, like, what's the big mystery? Is he married? you know, does
Yes.
he not want to be on the show? Like, and if that's the case, why is she on the show? So I didn't get that either.
Especially when she said it was a Nigerian man. I was like, mm, I don't trust this Nigerian man out there. I
Well,
probably
what's
he
wrong?
does have a wife.
What's wrong with Nigerian men?
I was like, I'm saying probably he does have a wife in Nigeria. That he's
Oh,
out there trying to get somebody else. You get. So probably he
oh,
doesn't want his face get shown so that his maybe Nigerian wife wouldn't find out what he's doing because still I don't get why you're married to Metin and we can't see the guy's face.
yeah, yeah. I kind of thought the same thing. That he's married and he's you know trying to get his harem together. And Phaedra just happens to be part of that right now. So I don't know what's going on. But I just thought it was pretty strange.
It could also be a storyline. They just attach the man to her so as for her to blend with the married to Metin team.
Yeah, I just hope they reveal who he is. I mean, I don't understand what the big mystery is, though.
Well, I hope it goes well. Now let's talk about Dr. Simone was having a party, like a get together, and she invited Eugene and Toya. She invited, I felt kind of some way, right?
Hmm.
That they did invite, they also invited Gregory and is it Lateasha? That's her name, the new wife, the new fiance
Yeah.
to Lateasha. I felt a kind of way that they invited her. I also understand they are not good friends with Quad. So I feel like they would want to, attach themselves a little bit to Latisha. And in general, I'm gonna be honest. In general, I didn't like the way they were all talking about it. All of them making this thing like, oh, Gregory did better. He moved on to a better girl. That is, especially Siri. Um, that was he was like he did better. He upgraded. I hate that word. I hate it when somebody tend to compare two women together and be like, "Oh, he had an upgrade." Like, why I don't understand why they needed to put Quad and Latisha together and be like, "Oh, Latisha is an upgrade of Quad." How? Even if you want to make that comparison, that Latisha is an upgrade of Quad. How? Just because Gregory is all smiley here, or there's this? It's still at the end of the day, it's still early days. So I didn't like as much as I understand that they are not friends with Quad. I didn't
Hmm.
just understand the way they were just like, so much into Latisha. I felt like it was more of beef and they are trying to like, okay, fine, since we're not friends with Quad, automatically let's be friends with Latisha. Being friends with Latisha would literally make Quad annoyed. So because the way they were all too friendly with Latisha, it seems like they've been friends for 10 years. Like Latisha is this sweet woman.
Well, when I first seen Latisha, Sweet Tea, I I
Yeah.
thought I thought she looked just like uh Toya. They favor each other. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what is this, her cousin? Her sister? Like. I mean, their facial features are basically
They
a
look alike,
match.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's a pretty girl, but Yeah, I just seen how they were just kind of parading around her. I don't know if that was their way of welcoming her to the group, or the first time shooting with them, or I don't know. But I just felt it was a little thick. They put it on a little thick.
Yeah. Like, ah, I don't know. What pissed me off is them trying to make the comparison. I understand, like, okay, fine. Let's let's say, okay, fine. I'm happy that my friend has moved on from his ex. You get those kind of things. I'm happy for that. But the way they were comparing her, like, oh, she's a sweet soul. She's this. I'm like, you just met her.
Yeah, they don't know her long enough to even compare
You
her to
don't know her
Quad.
long enough to start the comparison. That's the issue I have. You've known Quad, whether she's a friend, whether she's a foe, whether she's an enemy to you. You've known her for years now.
Hmm.
But you've known Sweet Tea for just a minute. So for you to stay here and compare, and the husband's being like, oh, she's better than Quad, because of what? Because Gregory came inside and I was smiling. Wasn't there a time when he came in smiling with Quad?
Oh yeah.
There was a time like that. And to be honest, I'm gonna be truthful. I'm not gonna lie. She, I don't think I quantify her as more beautiful than Quad. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be biased, but I won't put her as a more beautiful lady than Quad. Quad still has it going for
Yeah.
her in the beauty department.
Yeah, Quad is beautiful. No doubt.
So I like, oh my god, when they kept on saying that, I said the only reason why I'm gonna take this from Simone, Dr. Simone and Toya is because, okay, fine, they just dislike Quad and anything at this moment, you know, the enemy to my enemy is my friend.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. That it was just like the enemy to my enemy is my friend. Because one thing I always say is, as much as I know that most of them are not friends with Quad and most of them don't like Quad, the truth is that if the same thing that happened in the relationship or the marriage between Quad and Gregory happened to them in their own relationship, and they, okay, yes, you finally decided, okay, fine, divorce is the way for me and my husband. Then you watch this same woman, this same women, group of women welcome his new fiance with such open arms. I'm not saying it should be enemies, but you see them welcome your replacement with such open arms without regarding your own feelings. Not sure any of them will be able to handle it.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the Quad comparison, you know, th- both of those relationships were totally different relationships. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see
Exactly.
how it could be any type of comparison. I mean, Quad spent years with Gregory. I watched the show from the very beginning, you know, and I'm not going to say that Quad had it easy, because to me, it seems like Greg at sometimes was kind of hard to please. I guess it felt to me like he was the one
It
who
was a
kind of
bit
got
controlling.
tired of the marriage. So a lot of those problems that I seen on television, basically with his attitude and his cockiness, you know, it seems like it just made their relationship
Just go downhill.
demise. Yeah, demise,
Yeah,
So I don't think there shouldn't be no comparison right now, because Lateasha has not quite married Greg yet. So we can't compare to how each wife was to Greg yet.
exactly. Like, you just can't compare at all. Natisha Cord was married to this guy for years. They had their issue. And the way they were like, oh, Gregory, I'm so happy for you. Gregory had his own issues.
Yes, he does.
It takes two people to make a marriage not work. I don't know why that people tend to forget it.
Yeah, it's not
I
all on
am
one person.
I don't I might not like a particular person in a marriage. Yes, I've watched reality TV shows and I'll be like, okay, I in this marriage or in this relationship, I like this person more than this person. But there's one thing I still understand. If the two of you decide that I don't want this thing to work again, it would not work.
Hmm.
So them being like, oh, Gregory, I'm happy for you. You're smiling now. Like, wow, was it Quad that took away his smile? Have you guys asked yourself, did Gregory take away Quad's smile also?
Yeah, he did.
I I literally don't like women that make it look as if, oh, maybe the woman was the issue in the marriage. Mm, it doesn't do me well. I can remember when Simone and her husband were going through almost getting divorced.
Hmm.
If everybody was treating them the way they are acting now with Gregory and Quad, do they think that they would not be divorced by now?
Right.
I don't even trust them. And I don't even, I don't want to even dive into the relationship. I don't really trust as well. That's a story for another day between them, actually. That's a story for another day because how I know that yes, people get from wanting to divorce, then deciding that I'm not gonna divorce, but I'm not really seeing mm, I'm not really seeing the happiness in the husband like that. Like he really, 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 really want to have that divorce. Well, ah, that's not for me to say. I was not in their marriage. I don't know what is actually going on.
Well, right now, that's the honeymoon stage. That's what I see between Dr. G and Lateasha. That's all the honeymoon stage. You
You
know
see the honeymoon stage. You know what I see? I
why?
see the stage of them wanting to make it like boom, and like I told you you were the problem. I told you I could be happy. Like the state I see it is they're trying to make it look as if Quad was a problem, and Gregory is like Gregory is trying to tell Quad like you are the problem. I could be happy, and with another lady that was nice, I am happy. I don't even see it as a
Yeah.
honeymoon phase. I see it like a yes, f you. I'm doing better with another lady, so you were the problem.
Yeah, but we'll see.
We
We will see.
we would say Yeah, now it's all sweet and nice. It's all sweet and nice. And Latisha is always is like, being like she says she came with the main character energy.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm like main character energy. No, you don't. You're not coming with the main character. I don't think the viewers of the show will like her more than they like what. Quad has always been on the show for how many years now, and she already has her fans, people that love her. So,
Yeah, at least what, 10 years?
uh-huh. So I don't think anybody, and I think that the only reason why this show is still here, the only reason why Mighty Messi for me still got another season renewed is because Quad decided to come back.
Hmm.
So I feel like she's the one that made the show stand. She's the one that gave Latisha the opportunity to stand to be on my screen saying what she has to say. And the way she was so smug about it, I don't like Latisha. I think she came with an ulterior motive. Like the way they were like, um, when it was like I slide into his DMs. A lot of girls were in his DMs. Who is on Gregory's DMs, please?
I guess a lot of women who wanted to date a doctor, you know? But I
Really?
mean,
He's
yeah,
I'm sorry, he's not attractive. Like he's not the most attractive man on Married to Medicine.
no, he's not, but he's still a doctor. And most women they feel like they can benefit from his career. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they could be set up just like Quad was, in the nice
Mm.
house, driving the nice cars, wearing the nice clothes, possibly on the show, dabbling and dibbling with the, rubbing elbows with the rich and famous out there, so I'm pretty sure it was a lot of young ladies in his DM, showing body parts and everything else, you know, but yeah, I wouldn't be proud of myself saying, hey, I went in his DMs and told him, hey, I can give you a baby. No, that's nothing to really be proud of. Matter of fact, I don't even like people in my DMs. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll unfriend you real quick, you know? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
And she was like, I DM'd him. I told him I could be a better person. That was given, I want a life. It's given, I just saw a lady that had a wonderful life and I want to have that kind of life. And I can give you what she could not. Like that, that statement didn't do me nice seeing it. I can give you what you couldn't get. I can give you a family. Hmm.
Yeah, but how could she give a family if she's going to a specialist for fibroids and those type of things? That means there's an issue with carrying a pregnancy full term. So she just
I.
dangled the bait in front of his face and he took it.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
it's like, I guess the first woman who said, hey, I'll give you a baby, he was like, all right, come on, where you at? you know, which is pretty sad. That's what it takes
Yeah.
to
To
find a
get
mate.
you.
Well, that's what it takes to find a mate and have a baby. The first person that says you don't know nothing about their medical history or their mental history, you know, nothing about their background, you know, but you say, all right, come on.
Man.
I mean,
And yeah.
oh, go ahead.
And the fact that, they're just trying, I don't know, the lovey-dovey they're trying to build, they're trying to, sell. I don't think I'm buying it yet. And the fact when they were doing their engagement party, why is he in the same house that he had? I don't know. Does she not feel awkward that she's in the same house that him and Quad have lived in so many years? Like Quad Saints and everything is in that house. Like, couldn't they sell that house and buy a new house?
Well, I don't think Gregory gonna be doing all that. You know what I'm saying? He feel like that's his house, and whatever woman he get is gonna have to be in that house and love that house. But me personally, nah, nope. I wouldn't have been up in that house. If we were dating, I would have a hotel room somewhere. You know, if we're getting married,
Hey,
if we're getting married, then we need to get a new house before
oh,
I move into the marital house.
exactly. Because for me, I felt somehow that they are you met a lady after your divorce, you met a new lady, you've dated, you were dating her in that same house, you're getting married to her in the same house that you've been married. It's very rare to see people do that.
Yeah, you're gonna sleep in the same room that they used to sleep in together.
The same master bedroom, the same bed, maybe the sheets will be different.
Yeah, I mean, is that the same toilet? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, no, I couldn't. I couldn't do that to myself. But she's young. She says she came with her suitcase, you know, and nothing else. So maybe she didn't have a lot of things that she needed to carry with her in order to go to this new life. She just said, "Hey, I'll leave that there because I'm gonna be here." So yeah, I don't know how I would feel about that.
Yeah. And let's talk about the engagement party, right? She she
Uh,
she did a Texas whatever thing. They as in Phaedra came with the shade. She was like, "You in a Texas dress without your without having the bomb for it." I didn't understand why Phaedra has to shade her like that.
Phaedra is
I did.
always shading somebody. She is, because from the time she walked in, what I laughed at it was Latoya saying, "Oh, there's Phaedra. What she's hugging everybody's husband." Because Phaedra's fast. So she done got out of her first marriage. Phaedra dresses different. Phaedra wears her weaves. She dresses scandally. You know, it's a whole new Phaedra in town. But she's always had that little shady mouth.
Yeah, she has a ways. She has. Now, this whole engagement party, it was. I'm looking for the nice language to use. Um,
It
somewhat
was a shit show.
embarrassing. Exactly,
It
exactly.
was.
Because
I,
I was like,
I
what the hell is going here? I think she was trying to overplease. She's trying to be so welcome. Like I said, she's doing everything for the wrongest of reasons.
right.
She's trying to be like, I'm in this group that has known Quad for so many years, and I know most of them don't like Quad. I just want them to like me so that, I feel like she just doing like, okay, I want them to like me. If they like me, there's a better chance that I might win against Quad because I feel she came. I don't know whether Gregory put it into her or she's just like that. She's like she came with this mentality of, you know what, I'm in a competition with Quad. And these other ladies are not making it nice. Like Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly being shady, being like, I still feel Quad here, like talking about Quad and the fact that Toya, you claim you are friends with Lateasha. Why would you, in her engagement party, bring up Quad?
Yeah, that was out of line. That was totally out of line. That it's like they did two things you're not supposed to do at somebody else's house. Bring up another woman and then argue. You know, they ruined the whole party with that. And I first off, when Quan came in, she was talking about Latisha's booty, about it wasn't enough booty in them shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Which was like, all right, that's wrong. Don't insult the hostess, because I would be upset if I seen her little
Exactly.
side.
Not even just another lady. The
Yeah, and I would have been
ex.
upset that they're talking about quad in my face so freely,
So
when this isn't
freely.
about quad. This isn't about quad.
If the talk or the topic had come out from Heavenly, Dr. Heavenly, or come out from Dr. Jackie, and we understand because they are her friends. We know that in a certain level they do like her.
Right.
But from you, Toya, that we know that you don't absolutely like Quad in any shape or form. Why? And you claim to be Lateasha friend. You like Lateasha more than Quad. You like Lateasha for Gregory more than Quad. Why are you bringing Quad? That was shady as hell. Why do you have to bring her talk about her DUI at the engagement of the person that is marrying Quad's ex? And you know that Quad is still like a very interesting topic. She's not old
Hmm.
news.
Yeah, that was pretty shady of Latoya doing that. You know, I, Latoya, she be stirring the pot. You know, every time, whenever she could take a dig at Quad, she does, simply because they can't get along. You know, they can't get along. I think Latoya kind of looks like Quad. Look at Quad like, okay, she was married to Gregory. It didn't work. She didn't fall straight on her face. She doesn't have kids. You know, she's done a few things, stepped on different platforms since um uh Married to Medicine. You know, because remember Quad had a talk show. She was on a talk show, and I think she was on a podcast before. You know, Quad been doing a few things. You know, and it looked like Quad has been living her life. She's been vacationing. You know, she's gorgeous. She got a beautiful face, beautiful body,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and she's a boss. She built her own house, you know, and got her mother and what her nephew, you know, so she's a boss, you know, and I think Latoya is just maybe a little bit envious of that Quan didn't fall straight on her face.
Yeah. She's not crying ugly. She's not, trying to be mental because of her and Gregory are no longer together. Like she picked up her life,
Yeah,
cleaned up, and is
yeah,
having the best moments as a single lady.
yes,
So I feel like you said, yes. I feel that there's a little bit of jealousy there that how can you pick up your life after such a very contentious divorce? How can you pick up your life and still live the best of your life and still be looking that amazing and still be looking that beautiful? It's not her fault. Do you
right.
want her to start crying ugly like I love the way Quad picked up her life and is moving forward because at the end of the day, Gregory is also moving forward. So why can't I?
Yeah, true.
He's getting married. So what do you expect me to do? And I feel and Quad is this lady that does not back down. She would not allow you see a crack on her. Instead, she will bring you down instead.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't allow you see a crack on her. Like they're looking for her to cry, feel bad. No. If you're not happy in your own marriage, leave.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Quad did. You know, she left. She wasn't taking Gregory's stuff. Yeah, I mean, even though she did take the what is that, the mattress. What kind of mattress? What kind of mattress was that that they kept talking about?
I can't remember.
Yeah, but she took the mattress. That's the only thing she took. You know, but other than that, she wasn't taking nothing from Gregory. You know, Gregory, he just seemed like he was just ruthless and mean and not caring at the end of the relationship, you know?
And now he's with Sweetie, and Sweetie is very happy that she's getting what she wants. And just that time when they asked her, what do you feel most happy that you're getting married? And she said because she has access now to the money.
Yeah. My mouth dropped open. I was like, wow. I'm like, okay, but I guess she's being honest, you know? But geez, what a thing to say.
Do you feel she'll be less willing if tomorrow something happened between her and Gregory and then they decide to divorce? Do you think she'll be a little bit lenient than what, or she would literally want to siphon everything up from Gregory?
Well, I don't think she's gonna sign a prenup if that's what you're asking me. Uh I think that she's gonna be like, okay, I done came out here, I done changed my life. You owe me something, you know?
Well, with Gregory's attitude, the way he is, do you think he would listen to that?
No.
Gregory can be stubborn sometimes. Gregory can be very unrelatable. Like he could literally detach his feelings from you. He could literally make you feel like anything.
Yeah, he makes you feel like you're not supposed to be in his space. When
Mm-hmm.
he's done with you, he's done with you. You
Don't.
know, he don't care if you in there cooking, if the house is clean, if you looking pretty. It once he's done, he's done. You know, because I can recall a time when Quad made a really nice dinner for him, and he came home, and it seemed like he got into an argument with her, kind of like on purpose, and then he ran out talking about he's gonna go play golf or something. Like what? You know, that was his excuse to come home, get upset with her so he can have reason to leave, and then come home at an unquestionable time. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm literally happy that Ford left him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy because I knew the marriage was not healthy.
oh yeah,
It
I'm
was
happy
not
for
a healthy
Quad.
marriage.
Yeah, I'm happy for Quad. You know, she's in a better headspace. You know, I'm pretty sure all the stress that she had in that marriage is now gone. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I'm happy for her. You know, but I just know that Lateasha, I don't think she know really what she's about to get into. You know, because Gregory is hard to deal with.
I don't know. They're in the honeymoon phase, like the honeymoon period. The honeymoon period is always sweet, interesting. You're having fun. And right now, like I said earlier on, I think they are in the phase of wanting to prove to everybody that Gregory is trying to prove to everybody that he did better. Latisha is much more better than Quad. So at this moment, since I'm trying to sell them Latisha is better than Quad, I will sell it so good. So I feel like that's the stage they are in right now. They are trying to sell this perfect loving marriage that he never had with Quad, but now because he met another lady, she is doing better, serving him better. A woman that obeys, listen, caring, loving. Oh, did you
Yeah,
see when the time they went to get their marriage license? I think it was the last scene for this episode
yeah.
when they were in the car and she was discussing about um what the ladies were talking during the engagement and she didn't like it and she was
Mhm.
just like I said, she just proved to me what I was thinking, that she just wanted the ladies to like her.
Right.
And Quad is old news, I'm the new sheriff in town. I'm like, babes, don't attach your the first mistake you're gonna make for yourself is try to attach yourself with Quad or try to compare yourself with Quad, being like, oh, Quad was not this, Quad is not close to everybody, Quad was not friends with everybody. I want to do different than her. Don't do that. Be your own self.
Mhm.
Don't do things because Quad did those things. Oh, okay, Quad wasn't saying hi to everybody, so I'm gonna say hi to everybody, even if I don't like them, even if I don't like how they do things. I'm gonna say hi to everybody,
Right.
and don't do all those things. Be yourself. Be the sweet tea that you say you are. Be the Latisha that you say you are. Show your real attitude, not because you're already like trying to be like, okay, I want to compete with What? I want to show I'm better than her. I want to show I'm more caring than her. I'm more loving like than her. No, that's already a wrong game.
Yeah, I mean, why get into a marriage if you got to always prove yourself? I wouldn't want to be in a marriage like that if I got to prove myself against your ex, you know, or even if you're comparing me against your ex. I couldn't do it and I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not comparing you against my last relationship, you know? But I think Lateasha, she tries too hard, you know? She's around a bunch of seasoned women, you know? These are like gladiators, of reality TV. You know,
Mm-hmm.
these women been doing it for 10 years. They've been hanging strong. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when Heavenly first got on there, they didn't really welcome Heavenly in. You know what I'm saying? They used to
Yeah.
talk all kind of crap about Heavenly, you know. So I think Heavenly is gonna just be dishing it out hard to Lateasha during the season, you know? And yeah, I think Lateasha, she's trying too hard with these ladies, you know? It's just like let it happen naturally if it's meant to happen.
There was one other part that happened during the this life of God was when Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Simone were having that issue about her recommending sweet tea, Latisha to another OB-GYN and not Dr. Jackie. I felt like
Right.
it was not supposed to be an argument. Dr. Heavenly were just trying to be so much.
Right. Heavenly
She said
is
she
just
recommended her to a
messy.
specialist. Jackie is general.
Right. Right. You know, and I'm pretty sure that Heavenly knows the difference between the two careers, but Heavenly is just, she tries to be the loudest there. Her voice carries
Exactly.
over so loudly, you know, and it's always her who's getting into it with somebody because she has to be the loudest, she has to have the last word, and she's always being messy. And she doesn't have to be all of that, you know?
Mhm. I just feel like it was so unnecessary. Like, and what is wrong with Dr. Jackie always speaking up? Like the Jackie you have said at that moment, I understand where Dr. Simone was coming from. Just ended. Like Dr. Jackie, I don't know. How are you friends when you can't tell your friend you're fucking up? Keep quiet.
I don't know. Jackie, she tries to stay neutral, I notice. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to keep Simone as her friend because that's been her friend. And her and Heavenly kind of just recently got tight over the years, you know. But I just kind of like look at Dr. Jackie like she tries to stay neutral from everything.
How long can you stay neutral?
Not too long, especially when I know somebody is wrong.
Uh-huh. If you know your friend is wrong, there's nothing to say. Friendship becomes great when that you can literally call out your friend and say, "Hey, friend, you fucked up. What you did was not
Yeah,
right." Then
yeah,
that your friend understands. Okay, fine. As far as you do it respectfully,
right.
and not in way of disrespect, yes. But what is a friend that you cannot call out and say, "Stop, I don't like what you're doing"?
Yeah, Jackie, she
Doesn't
doesn't
make
get
sense
in.
to me.
Jackie doesn't get involved until there's like a bunch of commotion. Then she wants to hold a meeting. You know. Other than that, Jackie
Mm-hmm.
just sits back and hey, she'll let you have it at it. Say what you're gonna say to each other. She's neutral. You know.
Did you see that? Okay, did you see, before we go ahead and wrap up for today's episode, did you see the playback of, what is going to happen and the way Dr. Gregory was speaking to this lady over the preparation of the wedding? Like, you were not supposed to, that part when they were having dinner and he was like, I'm frustrated with this wedding stuff. And she was like, I'm also frustrated. And he was like, you're not supposed to be feeling frustrated because I am bringing the money to spend on the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. He's beginning to show a little bit of his side.
Yeah. Basically, he's footing the bill for their lifestyle. So he feels like she shouldn't have a gripe, a complaint. Uh, don't come looking sad to him. Don't come crying to him about anything. You know, this is about to be one hell of a show with him because
Mm-hmm.
you know
And the
it's
fact
like
that Quad came
she doesn't she's not bringing anything to the table.
to the
You see what I'm
table,
saying? Not like he's
yes,
bringing to the
yes,
table. So therefore, she's
yeah,
gonna always be underneath him.
exactly. No, that's the difference. I think probably Quad became too, um how would I put it, too ambitious for him.
Yeah, yeah, because she wanted to do her cookbook. She wanted to
Mm-hmm.
uh do the clothing for her puppies. You know, Quad wanted to do a lot of things. Quad didn't just want to be a housewife, and that's what he
Yeah, she didn't
wanted.
want she didn't want to be under him again.
Yeah.
Make her own money because sometimes men use that money to control you.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Oh
at the
yeah.
end of the day, when you need to buy the smallest of things, you have to come to me. So that I have that control over you. And since he
Hmm.
realized that, okay, that control might be slipping away from me, so
Hmm.
start acting out. So now he has gotten a lady that he literally, like, he everything he will give her everything she needs, no
Right.
doubt.
Hmm.
He's gonna spoil her. He's gonna
Hmm.
take care of her. He's gonna do everything. She's gonna be like a baby girl.
Right.
She's gonna live that baby girl lifestyle. But at what cost? For him to talk
Hmm.
at you anyhow, when the days he come, maybe the days that work is that bad, like he's pissed off from work, he comes and pour all the agreements to you as his wife, and you allow him do that because you have no say.
Right. Right. That's because she hasn't
Absolutely
brought
not.
enough to the table. You know, she
And the
hasn't brought
fact,
enough to the table, and she's still working with the same old man that Quad had. It's not the new improved Gregory. You
hmm
know, it's the old Gregory. You know, with a new
just
girl.
shined up, just oiled up to look glamorous.
Yeah.
And the fact that Quad, like I applaud Quad. I felt like when I found during the when they were talking about the season, the spoilers for this season, and I found that Sweet Tea was gonna be on this season, I literally gave my applause to Quad because I don't think I would be on this season if Gregory was with his new um fiance. I don't think I
Mhm.
would be on the season.
It wouldn't even bother me, because like I would be looking at it like, girl, look, you wearing last year's clothing. You know, he's so last year. He's so old news. Have at it. It wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't bother me not one bit. Because I've been there. I've done that. I'm gone. you know, because I bet you anything. If Quad comes around, the two of them, Gregory's gonna be looking at her up and down. Cause Quad's beautiful, you know, and she's
Mm-hmm.
been working out. She has built her body up, and I'm pretty sure he's been looking at her DMs and at her Instagram pictures and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm. And the fact
So
that she walked into that, is it? I don't know. I don't know whether it was I don't know what party. Maybe they were organizing for her, and she walked into that party, all head high, smiling,
Oh, the
and the person
bridal
that got pissed off
shower.
was Kwa. I feel like Latisha doesn't know what she's up against because there's something that someone used to tell me that normally is the landlord that chases away the tenant, right? But
Mhm.
have you ever seen a case where the tenant chases away the landlord?
No.
It's rare, but it happens. Where the tenants would chase away, frustrate the landlord enough, and the
Mm,
landlord gets chased away. And that's what happened because I can't fathom where you are the wife or the wife to be, and the
right.
ex is coming into an event that you are in, and you are the one walking out. Why? You are the winner. I believe that you should have that winner mentality.
Yeah, but she feels
I
inferior to
exactly.
Quad.
I won. I
Yeah, but
see. If I was Latisha, my mind would be, yeah, I'm gonna stare that out to you because I'll be like, yes, I did win. I won. I don't care what those ladies would say. I don't care how they would try to poke me or because they will do it because that's their job.
right.
They will poke at you. They will try to get a rise at you. They will try to say things to make you pissed off. They will try to make you feel inferior to Quad. But if I was the one in Latisha's space, I literally want to see whether when that episode happens, I want to see what really happened. But if I was the one in Latisha's space, do you know the mentality I will come in there with is I won. I won
Hmm.
you. I have the man. Nothing you say, nothing you do is gonna affect me. If there's anybody that has to leave, or it should be you, Quad, not me. So I felt somehow that she was the one doing the running, and Quad was just looking like she was even confused, like what's going on.
Hmm. Maybe she was just surprised that Quad actually had the audacity to show up, Um, but yeah, no, I wouldn't have been running out of something that I'm given because an ex shows up, you know. I wouldn't, but I would ask, like, who invited you?
Mm-hmm.
And I would ask the person who invited them. So you invited them, so you can uninvite them. And that would be the end of my conversation. To let you know that this is not the event for you to be at. Because you weren't on my invite list. You know, so yeah, I wouldn't have been running and going in the bathroom upset and crying or whatever she did. No, but I guess she was upset or hurt or you know she's feeling some kind of way that Quiet was there. But I can't wait to see what happens.
But the fact is that that is what was supposed to happen. For the producers to sit down, decide they want to bring Latisha and Gregory, and also bring Quad still on the same show. What was she expecting to happen?
I
Because the
don't
truth
know.
is that these producers they like drama.
Oh yeah.
They be producing. They be doing things to like let's match this, even things that don't match.
Oh
So
yeah.
for them to say Quad come back for this season, beg Quad to be on this season, they still bring you and Gregory back. What were you expecting? She would always be in your face.
Oh yeah. Quiet's gonna
Because that
always be around.
exactly because that is the drama they want. They
Right.
want to see who is gonna react. They want to see who is gonna flip, whether it is Quad that's gonna flip and out, or whether it is you that will flip Latisha and out, or whether it's going to even be Gregory himself that's gonna
Exactly.
flip and out. That is why she's on the show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you stay,
Ratings.
exactly, if you stayed and you got, because I know that before the season starts, you already know who are your fellow castmates. You already know who is coming back. You already know who you're expected to see on the show. If you already knew that, oh, Quad is being called back, and I'm called back again, and Gregory and I are called to be on the season, shouldn't you have mentally prepared yourself?
Yeah, you gotta have thick skin to be on that show with them women, especially if you're facing Quad, which is Gregory's ex-wife. Yeah, you gotta have thick skin. You can't run and cry every time, these ladies fail you when you're thinking they're your friends. You're just getting to know them. They have no loyalty to you whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
you know so I wouldn't be shocked. I just take it as it is and deal with it. But that's me. I'm more seasoned. You know what I'm saying? Where she's young. She's young enough to be my kid, you know and so she probably just felt betrayed, like, hey, I'm getting to know these women, and then all of a sudden they're going to invite Quad here, to my celebration. Bad enough, the first celebration they talk about Quad. Now my second celebration, they bring Quad. Yes, I would be feeling some kind of way about them, and I would get to the bottom of it, but we'll see.
They are not each other's friends, especially Dr. Heavenly. I remember before the season started, she brought Lateasha to her podcast or her YouTube channel. They had this interview,
Oh,
and I was at that moment, I was questioning: is she really Quad's friend
mhm.
for her to be interviewing Lateasha and the thing that they were saying on the interview? And now she's coming out after the episode one airs, and she has
Mm,
a different opinion about Lateasha. I was even surprised. So when you're coming on reality TV shows, the first thing you should know, nobody's my friend.
right.
I stand up for myself and myself alone.
Hmm.
Some of them are just friends so that they can look good in the public eye, so that they will say, oh, I'm a good person and everybody wants to be my friend. That's how most of them just behave.
Hmm.
Most of them are just there to be this, okay, I'm a nice person and that's why people want to be my friend.
Right. But I don't think Heavenly cares. There's always a motive with Heavenly, if you notice.
Heavenly doesn't care. Heavenly
No.
is anywhere it suits me, whatever narrative that suits me, I will run with it.
Yeah.
As much as she's talking about Latisha in the bad lights in the podcast this thing she had with Carlos, I'm pretty sure it might change in the next 3 or 4 episodes.
Mm.
She might come out again, do another talk, and have a different opinion from what she said in the first episode.
Yeah. There's a possibility with Heavenly.
So I don't trust Dr. Heavily. She's too messy, she's too problematic, and she thinks she's a bad bee. Like you're a little bit old to be a bad bee. Like leave it for the younger people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heavenly. I don't know what to say about her. Uh, she behaves like she's 40, 35. But how old is Heavenly? Like 50, 50, about 50?
I think around there I can't really confirm.
Yeah, I think that her, Dr. Jackie, and Simone, they're about 50. I think they're like maybe early 50s, and I think Latoya has to be like maybe 43, 44, somewhere up in there. But yeah, I agree. Heavenly, yeah, she wants to be young, She kind of missed the boat from all of that because she was a mom and a dentist,
Mm-hmm.
a doctor's wife, and you know, she kind of missed it. So I think she's kind of trying to make up for what she missed back then. You know what I'm saying? And then Dr. Heavenly was also overweight when she first started on the show. So she's gone through over the 10 years, she's gone through a transformation on her
Transformation,
body.
yeah.
Yeah, she's getting smaller and more fit and smaller and more fit, you know. So she's trying to relive her 40s now, her 30s or 40s, but you got a daughter that's almost in college, Laura. Alora, that's her name,
Yeah.
Alora. She,
I,
she got a good kid.
yeah, she does have a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that the season turns out well because it looks like TV is gonna be interesting, and that's why I like Mighty Medicine, like different storylines, and so I can't wait for the season to fully kick in.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. We're sorry for actually bringing it late. It's supposed to be yesterday, but we really late to you guys. But don't worry, from now on, we're not going to make that issue again. But thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. And for those that have not liked this video, make sure you click on the like button to like this video because the more you like, the more YouTube recommends this video. And also make sure you click on the subscription button down below to subscribe. See you guys same time next time. Bye.
Bye.